Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, I was thinking about doing a full page. It came to me the other day when we were making tags, and I had a cutout, a fussy cut that was too big for the tag, and I thought, oh, why not just make a page? So I also was inspired by a video that Gail Augustinelli had done a little while back. She called it a stack and whack. I can't remember the full video and such. I need to go back and look at it. It was mainly to make journal cards and tags and things like that. And I think she even has something on her Etsy, like a digital that she made with hers. But my thought is to decorate a full page. So here's 3 pages that I have coffee dyed. These will go in a journal. And what I'd like to do is just decorate a page, the full page. So these are 8.5 by 11, so folded is 5.5, I'm sorry, yeah, 8.5 by 11, so folded is 5.5, and then I cut these pages, these digitals down, book page and digital, down to what did I do? I know I did 5 by 8. Okay. And what I wanted to do is, I want some of this to show. So I've got the 3 here. And what I did was I took one that had a little bit of graphic on it. One that was kind of a full graphic. I think I'll turn that one this way. And then a book page. I probably should have cut that margin off, but it'll be all right. And because I want torn edges on the tops and the bottom, I am just going to tear a little piece off of this very top here, trying to keep them all together. Seems to tear a little easier when you have a few extra sheets. Put that there because my trash is on the other side of my arm. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I am filming this on a Sunday afternoon. Hopefully to get it loaded, it takes a little time. So hopefully it'll post by tomorrow, Monday. So I hope you all had a good weekend, good Sunday, and have a really great week. And then what I want to do is I want to tear these into 3 parts. I want to tear a slender part, kind of a larger part, and I'm just going to use that butterfly. I'll just use it as my guide. And then, oopsie. And then we'll have this little part. Okay. So it looks like this. All right. Let's get our papers out. Now, if you decorate this, you could easily, before you put it in your signature, turn it to the inside. So if you've decorated this, turn it into the inside. So my recommendation would be, I haven't done this yet, but I'm thinking ahead. Go ahead and fold it. Try not to, I think it would be tough to leave it open and try to decorate that, because I think you'll cross over. So you could either decorate this side or this side and then fold it in. So I think I'm going to do them like this. And everybody's going to get a skinny one here. And then everyone is going to get a big one. And then everyone is going to get a little one. Did I do that right? Let's see. This goes here. Here and here. Okay. Now I want to glue them down, but let me get another glue stick because I think I'm going to need it. I also want to, thought it would be a little bit more dramatic if I did, what am I doing here? Distress. And, ooh-wee, I just inked. You can tell for sure. And this older paper is really drinking it up. But I just re-inked my ink pad here. I can't even talk. Yowza. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty dark. I'm okay with that. It's fine. Just not as, you know, inconspicuous as typical. Yeah, I put some on there and then rubbed it in, and so I have lots left on here. But see how nice that looks? You can, it kind of stands out. Now, I think when I remember looking at Gail's video, she had a lot more pieces than I am, but I was really thinking along the lines of just a page, and I wanted to put some of those larger fussy cuts on, and then, you know, some labels or what have you. You can decorate it however you want. I kept thinking of different ways to do, you know, I have another idea to do a full page, and maybe I'll do that another day this week. But my main intent was to use some of those fussy cuts that I have that are just a little bit larger. Some of them are pretty big, you know. I still maybe have to cut some of them down a little bit. And, you know, this is a really great way to use like magazine pages or your other pages that have pictures in them. So like if you have a picture of a real pretty rose or something, but it's too large for a journal card, you know, this would be a fun way to use it. Okay. Wow, I haven't had to dip my little dauber yet, so I've got quite a bit from stirring the ink when I re-inked. This is the one that I tore a little bit. This is very fragile paper here, so it'll benefit from being glued down to that other one. And then if you wanted to, you know, because you haven't put it in your journal yet, you could sew around this page, which I probably will do. I like the look of it. And then you could also add lace, you know, or edge the paper somehow if you wanted to. Okay, let's see. Yep, I was going to say, let's see if I have enough to edge this one, but I sure do. Something on the back there. Oh, this paper is all from the Junk Journal Studio, the digitals. Junk Journal Studio Spring Bounty. So, yeah. So if you're wondering about that, that's where it's from. Okay. Let's glue. Glue. So, oopsie, yuck. Joey is outside goofing around. Now I say goofing around, he's working actually outside. He's so good about keeping our land looking nice. It's a constant situation because that's crooked. Because we have brambles and wild things growing everywhere, and so he stays up on it, or tries to. We're still working, and of course, you know, when I say we, I mean he is still working at you know, just getting the property to a good state. It's not completely there yet, but he's really done such a great job at cutting back, and he's planted some beautiful things. And some of these vines that Joey is cutting down that are attacking the beautiful trees, some of the vines are like 8 inches in diameter. I mean, they are huge. And I'm making a mess here. Anyways, so yeah, he's doing such a great job. Then we have several paths that go to the back, way back. You know, we just have 2 acres, but still, you know, there's a couple of paths that go back, and it he has those nicely mowed, so you know it's an easy way to walk through and enjoy. It's fun to go and look at the different tracks made by animals back there. We have a little creek that runs when it rains, and he's working at kind of outlining that and then pooling it at one end to make like a little, just a little pond. Not like a real big pond or anything, but just something that the deer can. So that's kind of neat, isn't it? Just something that the deer can kind of, you know, gather around and drink. I think he thinks that'll be neat. And it'll look neat too, I think. So yeah, so during the spring is a really good time to do it, because you can tell what are the flowering trees, you know, that have been growing that maybe have been snuffed out. So we have this beautiful dogwood, and it is so shaded and overcome by other brambles and stuff that have grown up and taken over. And so, but you can see just a few of the blossoms. So Joey is cutting back around it so that that will have a little more life next year, maybe even this year. So anyways, and he's smoking a deer roast. We'll have that for dinner. It sounds delish. Found this seasoning that the guys at the barbecue place we go to, I got it for Joey for Christmas, put it in his stocking. They said it was amazing on deer. It's something truffle, you know, it's a black truffle type of season. Can't tell if that's me or that's coffee. So this could be, you know, kind of a mass make if you had everything kind of lined up and ready to go. Ugh. I was outside. Joey and I were sitting outside eating, and I don't want anybody to freak, but I just had a bug in my hair. I had to stop and give it a slap. So yeah, I didn't go to church today. I was not up to it. I have some arthritis in my hip, and I did not sleep well at all last night. So I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be able to watch church online when you need to, you know. I think that's one of the best benefits that have come out of, if anything, you know, the pandemic, is that, you know, if you miss church, you can watch it online, usually. I was talking to somebody the other day. Oh, yeah. Went to leadership day at my grandchildren's school. And one of the moms and I were talking about, you know, how it's so easy now to order food to go, whereas before, you know, you had to go pick it up and everything. And now they either have delivery or you just pull into the restaurant you know, they have like designated slots. Or now we even have those delivery services. So she was saying, can you believe it? She said, never in my days did I think I could sit at home and have like Wendy's delivered. Of course, I wouldn't have that delivered unless I just absolutely had to, because I'm a cheapskate, you know that, and I don't like to pay for things like that. I'd rather pay for lace and stuff. Okay, we're coming right along. We're getting there. So a few more of Joey's tulips have come up. Still not that many. I mean, less than 10 out of the hundreds that he planted. I'm just hope next year will be a little bit better once they establish. And I understand that, you know, deer love them. And I put on my calendar for next March to put down the cayenne pepper early so that we don't lose them. Okay, so now we have those done, and now what I want to do is get some of my larger fussies, and I have a couple of things that I cut out from the kit, Junk Journal Studio Summer Bounty. And so I just wanted to, you know, kind of put on what I think would go where. Now this one, let's see, here's one. I don't know. This one is actually a page in it. So it was like this. Yeah. And then I just fussy cut this out of the page. And now since this one is so big and I did cut my pages down, I will probably have to cut that down. Or part of it down, something. Because it was an 8.5 by 11. Okay. I don't mind that. I kind of like that. And then maybe something like that. So we'll get those down, and then we'll put some labels or something on it. Let's do this one. That bird one's going to be a little bit of a stinker to put down, I think. Has a lot of little vines and such. So I need to, okay, I have got to start getting ready for this craft retreat at the end of the month. I've done absolutely nothing. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I've been thinking about it. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to give this just a little bit of color in here. Just going to, too much. Oh well, still okay. I think I did that too much, to be honest. Just want to knock a little bit of that white back where I didn't cut it really great. Okay, and then this one, I almost feel like I'm going to do this a little bit because, see, it has all these little teeny spots, and I feel like I'm going to tear it, which is also the concern about gluing it. So this typically turns out pretty good when you do this with your dauber, you know, for the most part. But it's because I have so much on here from just now, earlier, to, you know, right before the video, putting ink on my ink pad. So it's a little darker than what I normally would like it for, you know, kind of antiquing the inside where I didn't cut it. I'm just trying to lightly get the insides areas. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and glue these. You could put something behind, you know, and layer that again. Let's see, do I have anything? Let's look real quick and see if there's anything that we want to put before we glue those down. My mind is going towards like a, not necessarily a label, but something like that, like something like this. Might be pretty. Something like that. We'll just keep looking. Now we're in Summer's Bounty. Just want something a little bit simple. Perfume. So that might break it up just a little bit. I'd like for you to tell that it's perfume. Okay. I think that's going to do it. About that. Okay, and then we'll come back to it and look at, you know, actual labels for putting a label on. So I just wanted to, like, if we were going to tuck something behind these, I wanted to go ahead and get those ready. Okay. This one's cardstock. And then this one, I just cut a little, I don't know if you can see it. It was a long, straight number thing. And then I just cut little V's here just to make it look like more like a ticket. You could punch a little half circle if you wanted. I think it makes it look like a ticket. And then I just kind of rough edged the ends of these to make them look like they've been torn. Okay, let's get this stuff down. Let's do you first, the challenging one. Okay. Uh-oh. Some goo. Now, I definitely want a new paper for this bird. I don't want any, I want to minimize problems. Minimize my problems. I do want to go all the way around the edges. And I kind of treat it like it's 2 or 3 different ones by going around the edges and then filling that spot in. Like that. I'll go around this guy. Okay. It's supposed to be nice this week. And then maybe get some rain. Have a few more doctor's appointments this week. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I might see if a friend wants to have lunch while I'm in town. Or breakfast or lunch while I'm in town. Might do that. Nervous about it. Don't tear, birdie. Oh, good. Okay, so the bird sits about like that. I would like it to come over a little bit more. See if I can do it without tearing everything. Yeah. Well, I didn't bring it over too much more, but I'm doing this to kind of lay it down. I use this little paper towel because I get that glue on my hands, and sometimes when I smooth it, I'm making it worse. Now, if this were something different, I might wrap it around, but I really don't want to. I just want this one page to look good, and I'm going to try really hard not to cut that fold there. Beveling my scissors out a little ways, away from the fold. Okay. Very pretty. Oopsie. This little guy didn't get glue on it. Okay. All right, very good. All right. Now this one, I think I'm going to just tear this corner out because it just was a little too perfect looking. Let's see what happens. I think that's better. Since that's cardstock, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue just to make sure that it stays really well. All right, so that's going to wrap around that P. Try to remember what my placement is. Bring this guy back over. Okay. Did anybody make a master board with their scraps? I did that little mini series on using your scraps for your master board. Anybody do that? Let's see, how did I do that? I wanted it to go kind of like that, I think. Okay. All right. Now this one. Oh, see, that's what I mean. Just get that glue. Doesn't have to be much. Now, don't worry if you don't have any digitals. I mean, you could, cut things out of a magazine, like I said, out of a book. You could use your stamps and stamp something, in spots. This one I got to be really straight because it has words on it in a straight row. Okay. This is one of my favorite flowers in the digital kit. I think it's so pretty. Alrighty. What I need to do is start looking at strawberry stuff, because I think I told you that my granddaughter is doing a strawberry birthday party, and she wants Grammy to help with decor. It's very exciting for me. I'm covering up some of those roses behind there because, they're about the same color and stuff. They'll blend in for the ones I don't cover up. Okay. All right, so there's those three. I think we're doing okay on time. Now, let's look at words or something to put at the top there. I don't know if you can see some of this, but I mean, you can keep on decorating as, depending on what journal you decide to put this in. So this is out of Summer's Bounty here. Some of these may not go. Yeah, I think the colors aren't right, so probably should stay in that spring. Let's see what's back here. Here's some spring ones. I think that might be better because it breaks up that a little bit. I'm just laying those out, and we can always change them if we decide not to go with them. Just looking through my ephemera thing here. This green causes me to go with a green, but I actually think on this one I'm going to go with a red or brown. Same with this one, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we have here. Here's some words and things. Maybe a long skinny. Have any long skinny ones? Maybe this one. Okay. That one. Now, don't worry about them rolling up like this, because I'm going to put them under a couple of books and they'll flatten out. Okay, I like that. I like this little one that says beginning. I think that would be pretty with the bird. I'm going to set this over here for right now while I get this one done. And I want to look real quick again. Oh gosh. Okay. And I may need to go to my other, go to my other book. Let me get the labels out and see what we have here. Okay. Isn't that so pretty? It's just a little bit too big for this. That one's pretty too. They're all pretty. This is from Labels from Days Gone By from the Junk Journal Studio. These are all numbers. Let's save those. I feel like there was a long... I like that. Wonder if I can find one that's bigger. Sometimes they have different, you know, she makes different sizes. I want it to be long and skinny. I don't want it to have too much more height because I'd like to be able to see what's behind there. So that might be it. Let's see what this is up here. I hear Joey in there getting some water, thankfully. Okay. I think that's probably going to be it up there. I'm not committing completely yet, but maybe. Just want a skinny one because of the way I tore it. You know, I put the skinny part up there. You can put them any which way you want. You don't have to put the skinny at the top. I just happen to. And let's see, what else do I have? Where are the other ones? I have some red ones. Here they are. I'm perplexed. Now this one doesn't have a number, so I could easily put a number on there. I think that's fine. And here's some red labels. I like that. Okay. And I think this one's okay. Another thing that would be great, and I don't have any from the Junk Journal Studio cut out, but I do have some butterflies that would be pretty on here. Kind of echo the butterflies that are already on there. So that might be an option too. Let's just knock back those edges. That one's done. And let's get this on here. I think I'm going to put the number down first. And then just overlap that. Oops. Yeah. I think that's what I want to do. Okay. I think we're going to just have like a small baked potato and some broccoli, steamed broccoli tonight with Joey's yumminess that he's smoking all day long. These labels are from the Junk Journal Studio as well. One is from, I want to say, All Things Red Labels. And the other one is from her Summer's Bounty, I believe. This one. Or Spring Bounty. It's probably more like it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Butterflies. I just cut some out, so I have them back here. This pretty blue one there. But I don't think I have one that really goes per se with that. I think that's pretty. Add another butterfly there. There's one here. Do I have one a little bit closer to that color? How about that? And then, how about this? We have that one. Let's see if I have a light one. These are all pretty bright. That one's not too far off. What's about this one? What's about this one? Yeah, I think that one's better. Okay. Okay, how are we doing on time? Oh boy. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Those butterflies, where are those from? I do not know. And I'm really sorry about that. I don't remember. I'll try to look on Etsy and see if I can figure out where I purchased them from. And if I can, I'll put it in the description box so you know. And I'll also put the Junk Journal Studio Etsy in the description box. What am I doing here? Okay. The only other thing I wanted to do is I cut off their antennas. I know. But I'm going to replace them with some string or some thread. So I'm just going to cut a little piece. I always like to cut it a little bit bigger than what I want. Here's my little scissors. Now I'm going to bend it, give it a little, try to give it a little crease. Okay. Then I'm going to put a dot where I think those antennas are going to go. Just a teeny tiny dot. Let me see if you can see it. It's a teeny tiny dot of glue right there. Oops, get off of there. Right here. Okay. Then I'm going to put this down in that. Try to keep it together. And I'm going to, where's my glue? I just put it away. And then I'm going to put the little butterfly on top of that. In the beginning when I was doing this, I would put the butterfly down and then try to put the little antennas on the butterfly. That did not work out good. So I have found that this works better. And then I will cut those and give it a second to glue or to dry, and then I'll cut them. I'll show you. And then I'll cut them off a little bit. Okay, let's do the rest of them. Just fold it. I do wet my fingers. Hope that doesn't gross you out, but then I give it a little bend. Then I'm going to put my glue where, this one you might not see because it's white on white where I'm putting it. Okay. Then I'm going to give this little butterfly a good glue coating. Oh, come on, butterfly. And then I'm going to put her right on top of that. Her little head will help to keep that glue down nice in place. And then I'll come back and cut it in just a little bit. Here in just a second. It doesn't take long to dry, but I have found that if you can give it a minute or so, it's very helpful. I just keep a little bit of my black thread wrapped around this little stamp. Or two, like right here. And then that way, you know, I don't have to have my whole spool of thread here. Okay. Now, I did not come up with this idea. You may remember, golly, a couple years ago probably, I did a Marguerite Miller challenge, and it was a swap. And the return that I got, one of the ladies had done this. She had put thread. Now I hold this down, I hold the little head down, and then I just cut it wherever I want it. My scissors, come on. What's happening? Cute, huh? Anyways, she had done it, and I just thought, what a great idea, because half of the time I tear off the antennas that, you know, cut them out, and you tear them off accidentally anyways, you know. If they're lined up kind of like a racetrack, you still have a little time to separate them. But they're freestanding. They kind of pop up a little bit. You can make them as long as you want. It's pretty fun, huh? Anyways, I thought that was such a good idea, and I've been doing it ever since. Now, sometimes if the antennas are thick, I just cut them out. But if they're just little lines, I have been known to draw them on as well, but they don't look as great because I think my fine markers have too much shine in them. Okay, I'm very, very happy with the way these pages turned out. So again, this could be in a signature like this, or if you wanted to, you could put it in a signature like that. Either way, same with this one. This one I put on the opposite page. Well, I hope you liked those. I hope you enjoyed them. Give them a try. It's fun. It's a great way to use, you know, to be able to use your larger images. Okay, everyone. Well, we've spent 50 minutes, so I'm going to call it a video, and I just appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and sharing our videos. We really appreciate that. We want you to know that we pray blessings over you, and when I tell you that, it's not just something I say to you, it's the truth. We do pray that. We want you to feel blessed in everything you do, whether it's your relationships, finances, just your provisions, your job, relationships, whatever. I may have said that twice, but we want you to we want you to know we pray blessings over it. And we just want you to know you're so loved. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.